Bug!
Alright, so should we get going?
You sound way too fucking excited. You need to get pumped up.
Alright, we're gonna get going!
Yeah!
Who's a good host? You're a good host. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Pet his belly.
Yeah. Probably good.
Alright. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Since the dawn of time, things have happened. People have talked about those things. First with cave paintings, then with language, writing, and art. In our time, we use the internet. From the depths of nerddom come 4 guys who'll talk about things too. World-famous internet celebrity Justin L. The destroyer of BotCon, Bedbugs. A man who rejects the concept of catch-and-release, Justin Catfish. And the customizing powerhouse, Mako Aspire. And Tyler F. This is Totally Knockoff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TKO Podcast number 38. I am your host, Bedbugs, and with me, as always, are a delightful group of degenerates, and minus one tonight, because he had to go visit a bail bondsman.
Not for himself.
Yeah, you might want to put that there.
Nah, we should have left the suspense there.
Yeah.
Anyway, just watch Yahoo News for anything that happens at a Popeye's Chicken. You'll know what's going on. Anyway,
He
so
may not have killed Jerry.
let's start with my Skype screen here, and we will go with Justin Lynette. How's it going, sir?
Well, yeah, I always gotta put my whole name out there.
Because you're famous.
It's Justin L. All right. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I am doing good.
I'm always good. Next week, I'm gonna be like, I'm fucking terrible.
You'll only be terrible if someone manages to spoil Infinity Wars for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna quit the entire fandom. Not just Transformers, all of the fandoms collectively.
Alright, next person on my screen is Mr. Mako Spire.
Howdy, motherfuckers. How are you?
You having a good week, sir?
It's actually been a fucking long week and tiring week. It hasn't been a great week. But I'm here, I'm queer, get used to it.
If we have to. Alright, and last but not least, we have our special guest this evening. We have Mr. David Tron Viper.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
We living.
I hear that.
Alright, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, are you known in the fandom, or...?
Not too much. I'm in the ROC group. Got my Instagram page at Tron Viper on IG, and I basically just share like the Cool Table Network posts, and I put up like cool nerd pictures, like pop culture stuff. And I kind of dabble in toy photography. Not really. I'm kind of bad at it, but I do it for fun. I don't really care. I just kind of fuck around with the figures and take pictures and shit. So.
Oh, that's cool.
What ROC show are you on?
I'm not on any of the shows. Nope. I used to pop out on the Hangouts every now and then, and I used to be on Plastic Fanatics pretty regularly. But my work schedule kind of changed, so not really doing too much with the Hangouts or anything like that.
Okay. I bet there's room on that table for an amateur photography podcast.
Yeah, you and Tim K.
Yeah.
Tim, he's good, man. I just kind of just try to have fun with it. Not really, trying to do anything special. Just kind of, yeah. But yeah, Tim's really good.
All right. Well, I think we'll move on to what did you waste your money on this week? And I'll start because I don't want to wait till the end.
Yay!
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I got
You
nothing.
got nothing.
That's why I wanted to start, because I wanted to build up to somebody that actually got something.
You couldn't even at least get some charges or something?
Well, I threw $3,000 down on my car to pay that off, so I guess that's a responsible adult Baldwin drop.
So you got roughly 15% of a car this week.
Well, I got her down. I think I got like $6,000 left on payments, so
Nice.
so I'm happy about that. Getting out of debt's a good thing. All right,
Yeah.
what'd you get this week, JL?
I didn't get no Transformers this week. I did get 2 SH Figure Arts in from Japan. I got the Infinity War Doctor Strange and Star-Lord. And they're very similar to the last ones that came out, but they're still a little bit different. Like, Doctor Strange has gloves, and they got a couple different paint apps. They're really great, though, and they were cheaper than buying the ones over here. That's the main reason why I got them.
So are you looking to kind of complete the line from Infinity Wars, or?
That's my thing. I'm going to get all the people from Infinity War, and then I'm done with the Marvel Figure Arts. Because I don't want it to be like the Transformers where I got every single movie, every single line.
You don't need multiple versions of the same characters?
No, I need like 10 of these little dudes and I'm good. And also, something I never talk about, I do collect video game stuff a little bit. I've slowed down a lot on it because I've wanted to focus my money on other things. But
Vodka.
one of my favorite games of all time is, like what?
Vodka.
Well, somewhat, yeah. I'm trying to move to the second from the bottom shelf. But I'm also a big fan of Doom, which is like my favorite game ever. And I bought a copy of the 3D from the 3DO this week and got it.
Nice.
The reason why I bought the 3DO copy, I don't have a 3DO, and I haven't actually tested this yet. But the 3DO never got the original MIDI tracks from the original game. So a guy in his band that I think is related to the publisher, not the publisher, but the, I guess, developer of this version, they actually played all the songs from the original game, like with guitars and shit. And it's an early CD-ROM game, so all the music is in CD format. So you can supposedly you can pop this disc in a CD player and listen to the tracks.
Nice.
But it's cool because it's the only copy of Doom that has like a real life band soundtrack, and it's a copy of the original music, which I believe Trent Reznor wrote some of it. I believe it might have been Quake. I can't remember for sure.
All right. Well, what'd you get this week, Chris?
I got, excuse me, I was just having a coughing fit, and I was muted.
Mute. Das mute.
Yes, it was very, very harsh feed that I had just ingested. I got a bunch of Shapeways parts to do some customs, and actually I got a bunch of little between 2 3/4 and 3-inch figures of characters who appeared in that one episode that one time. But I've been getting into doing that, filling out the collection with those types of characters, so I'm in my extraneous people fucking phase of collecting. So I got that. And those parts helped me finish up my custom that I was working on, the Leozac made out of Power Prime's Starscream, and the Jaguar, or whatever the fuck its name is, which is the Jeep / Dune Buggy portion of Lio Kaiser. He was made out of a Combiner War Swindle. And I got the heads from Shapeways for those. I also got in the X2 Toys Teletran 1 finally.
Yay!
And she is a big bitch. I looked at it for a while, put the stickers on it. I do have a complaint about the stickers. The stickers are of the metal foil type, and they're a little thick, and they are cut big. All the stickers need to go in recessed portions, and you get a little like slope up, or you get a little pillow in the corners.
So did you start trimming them down at all, or?
No, what I did, I just used basically like a tip of a fucking toothpick or whatever to get in there and just jam in and get it down. Yeah, that's right, baby.
Giggity.
But I also got a tablet off of Amazon to go in it for $28.07 after shipping.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fucking dirt cheap sale, and it was like a damaged box fucking Amazon special, so I got that. And that, you know, that whole Teletran situation got me into making a video loop that I'm going to play on the fucking thing. And
Nice.
as a result, I lost a lot of sleep last night. So,
I wish I could make shit.
I bet a lot of our listeners would love to get a copy of that file when you're done with it.
I bet they would, and they can all line up and suck my dick!
Or they can sign up for our level 5 Patreon, which is $149.99 a month, and you'll get your free copy of the video.
Actually, once I'm done, I'm going to put it out there. I don't fucking like to make money off of shit that I like to do. It cheapens it for me. I know it's fucking, it sounds new age and fucking hippie and shit at me, but it's not. I want fucking money for my time. Trust me. I fucking run a business.
I wish somebody would pay me to drink.
Yeah, so when I'm done this thing, I'll fucking put it out, and anybody can download it and have it.
Well, and I'm sure you wouldn't be opposed to any contributions of free liquor at TFCon.
No, weed. I don't drink.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
No, liquor. He wants liquor. Lots of it.
I want more jerky.
Uh-huh.
But that is the.
I just want
that's
some.
all I got this week.
Okay. So, how about you, David? What did you get this week?
I got a couple of things. Not that many robots. I got the Powder Primes Hunger. That figure's pretty fucking good.
I love how none of us call it Power of the Primes.
Because you all just adopted that Powder Primes shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's pretty cool. I got him, and I got the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider that comes with the motorcycle. With the flame effects, the translucent flame effects on there. That's pretty cool. And I got a couple of the Jurassic World figures from Mattel. Got a couple of the Velociraptors.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, it's kind of a thing for the Jurassic Park toy collectors because Hasbro, well, Kenner made the ones originally in '93, and then Hasbro made the ones in like the 2000s. And so basically Hasbro Kenner has had the franchise, 25 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And now this is the first time with this new movie that's about to come out this summer that another toy company has the license. So they're actually pretty fucking good.
So is it better than Hasbro was?
Oh, yeah. 10 times.
That's
It looks like that T-Rex is
That's a
huge
silly
that people
question
got.
there, Bugs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
like how... go ahead.
I was gonna say I've heard so many grievances about like Matty Collector and that it's like I don't collect Mattel products, so that's why I was curious.
Well, I think the problem with the Hasbro ones was they always had like the screw holes and like missing paint apps and shit. Typical Hasbro shit. So now with Mattel, they kind of like eliminated that, and the molds are really good, the sculpts are really good. Paint apps are decent, so it's really like an upgrade for us,
A couple weeks ago, I remember seeing on the fucking feed, like, everybody was posting pictures of buying dinosaurs. Were you involved in that?
Yeah, I'm sure I was. They put out this really big, like JL was saying, they put out this fucking huge-ass T-Rex. I mean, this thing's like freaking 2.5 feet long. And so, and it's got like sound effects, like clips from the movies and stuff, that T-Rex roar. So that's pretty cool.
Unless it comes with fucking Jeff Goldblum saying, life finds a way, I don't want it.
Right.
No, man. When you press it, it just says Infinity War spoilers.
They should do a figure arts of Jeff Goldblum with the shirtless scene.
They sure should, because I would buy that and put it on my mantle.
This just in, Vision gets killed.
Shut up.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, then. Well, then let's move on to the news. And the big news item for this week is Fans Project is not dead. They're still alive. And they are releasing Lost Realm Monstructor coming out in June.
They're fucking barely alive. All this is a fucking repainted or fucking thing that nobody wants anyway. The Dino-san, Yayugi, Jugababa.
Yeah, they repainted all the ones that were still in the warehouse.
See, now, when that other one came out, somebody did a Digibash showing, Monstructor out of it. So, it was like, okay, when are you guys going to do it? So this is kind of Fans Project limping back into the fucking game.
Pretty much. I don't foresee many more releases after this.
Yeah,
if at all.
It's like fucking Muhammad Ali fighting now.
Yeah.
I would watch that. For real.
Well, yeah, you would. He's a fucking zombie if he's fucking fighting now.
It still looks good. Then I won't buy
good,
it.
but it's like it's the wrong scale for anything.
Yeah.
Like it's not even chug. Like what is it?
Yeah, and I mean I've looked into some of these fucking character representations. The only one that seems to be anywhere near right is the bird. Like everything else is nothing like what it's supposed to be, like the character originally was.
So it's all trash. Nice.
And, where's the fucking pretender shells?
Yeah.
You know what's not trash? TKO t-shirts for $39.95.
Yeah!
Hit up our Patreon. Give us that money. One day I'm going to start one, and I'm not going to tell any of y'all, and I'm just going to spend it.
But,
Hey.
Our missing cast member really wanted this in the news. He told me to add it, and it's like, okay, I'll do that. And then he bailed on us.
He probably just wanted to talk about how they were dead for like 30 minutes. Like not DEAD, but DED, dead. Dead.
So
I miss Fans Project too when they were doing good.
So does anyone have any interest in this thing? Because it looks like it's going to be, $360 for the box set when it comes out in June. Mm-hmm. That's what BBTS has it listed for.
Can I just buy that aardvark or whatever the fuck that is?
If I'm still collecting in fucking 2 years, I'll fucking buy it on clearance.
For $35.
Yeah.
It's neat. It's neat, but nobody needs this. Like, I don't need it.
I could see this becoming popular if they clearance show at like 140, 160, but I don't see that big of a demand for it 360.
Dude, like one of the guys is like literally just 2 colors of plastic. They didn't even paint it. I hope that's not final.
You don't think there's any hardcore Fans Project guys that will be in for this?
Yeah, the ones that are still waiting for Hardhead.
Yeah. Are there any hardcore Monstructor fans? I mean...
Yeah.
Well, now, the G1 Monstructor was a small toy, if that's what they're referencing with this. Because it's not very big, not from what I've seen.
He's like that fucking GoBot combiner. He fucking combines and he's still only as big as fucking Prime.
Alright.
Okay.
The combined form actually does look pretty good, though. I'll give them credit for that. But damned if the rest of it don't suffer. I just want the head.
That's cool.
The head's good.
Yeah.
That's probably a hand-painted, hand-carved prototype, but it looks good.
I think I would buy it for like $150, $160.
Mm-hmm. And I put them on the back of the toilet.
He's like, yeah, buddy. Piss in my mouth. See, it's open. I got big, old nasty teeth.
Gross. No, I mean, I'd put him there instead of a candle.
Oh.
I'll just have him. I'd have him holding one of those smelly trees that you put in the car.
Put it around his neck like fucking Flavor Flav.
That way, if I'm constipated, I can call him Obstructor.
What a long way for that joke, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all we're going to cover in the news this week.
Does nothing else happen?
Well, I think there were a few other things, but I didn't put them in here because I was slacking and JC was slacking.
JC was getting arrested.
So let's move on to our next thing, and that's the custom spotlight. So you want to take it away, Chris?
This week, in celebration of a movie I don't give a flying fuck about, other than seeing it when it comes on fucking Cody so I don't have to pay for it, is a guy who built a full-scale model head of Thanos. And showing it step by step here. The first fucking picture looks awesome. He made light up eyeballs, and imagine like Jim Carrey from The fucking Mask, just gray. But the face on it is like a surprised, happy, and stroking out grandma. The mouth. She's like, I got cookies for you.
Oh my god, man! Look at that. She got no teeth.
And then they put up light up eyeballs in it, so it looks pretty cool. And it, just like last week's Freddie Mercury video, it just goes through and shows you the steps. And like for a good half of the video, the guy's adding more fucking clay to the chin. It's like, not chinny enough. Let's go. Come on, bigger chin. But at the end, it looks perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Are you you've been watching a lot of these videos. Are you thinking about attempting something like this?
It's just there's not a lot of good customs work going on.
I want somebody to make custom of my head.
I'm not slamming it, but I just haven't seen any good custom work come along. So,
if Chris got inspired by everything he watched, he'd probably hurt his back by now.
This is true.
True.
I'd probably break my neck. So, in that respect, if anybody wants to get their fucking shit spotlit on the show, PM me.
Or if
Oh, go ahead.
If you have nudes, PM him too.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
I should have made my mailbox custom of the week.
So that is all for the custom spotlight.
Painter.
All right, let's move on to KO
Yay!
Korner.
Despite what fucking people heard, I love KOs.
Yeah, but they don't love you, and neither does their groups.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
So, what I am looking at is a ModFans voice upgrade kit for MP36 with LED light. So they installed an MP3 of Frank Welker speaking as Megatron, and you can put it on your MP36s. That's what's going on.
That's
here.
what it looks like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where the fuck does that... Okay, what's the gray piece
The
there?
That's a back plate to cover up the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the voice chip is in the cannon.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it comes with a little ugly
The wrong color crimson.
purple and blue.
No, there is no
crimson.
wrong color crimson, because at the end, there was multiple color ones.
Yeah, but I just want the yellow one.
You got to go Impossible Toys for that.
I got one somewhere, and I also have the one that came with the
Those
Polyon, I think, came with one.
those don't even look like crimsies. They look like fucking California raisins.
They look like Pokemon. Some kind of
Actually,
Pokemon.
these look like the ones that fucking Panish was fucking putting out.
You know what? They probably knocked him off. That's Copy Chew and Ripoff Chew.
I mean,
Pokemon.
and I guess I'm just having trouble. How is this a knockoff? I mean, to me, it's more of an upgrade kit.
It's an upgrade kit, but they knocked off the cannon.
Okay.
And these parts came from a knockoff toy. Like they made them to fit the original, the real one.
We're gonna make an extra and sell it separate, cause the people already buy so stupid. You should have waited for KO.
So like 100 years from now, people are going to be trying to buy a fucking complete whole MP36, and they're going to take money off if it has this fake cannon on it. I swear to God, you know what made me happy as shit is all these cannons, the plastic like dried up and cracked and destroyed itself. So like when I'm older, I still have a whole one, and everybody else has one with no fucking gun
I mean,
on it.
you're stupid if you fucking get this cannon and then you take the fucking official one and say, let's just toss this in a fucking shitter.
People do that.
Alright.
Just put it back in the fucking box. That's what I'm gonna do when I buy this.
Or just stuff it full of Coke and stick it up your ass in case you get
could do
arrested.
that.
I think the only time I've ever done that was when I bought the Fans Project upgrade for the frickin' Bruticus when they included the better head. I tossed the original head. That's like the only time I've ever gotten rid of an original part from a robot just because the upgrade was so much better.
Well, just to make clear, once again, my fucking extreme love for KOs, the link to purchase said item will be in the show description, as it always is, and they go for the low price of $24.99. You can't beat that for fucking good old Frank Welker's Megatron. You know, you gotta have it.
It's just like 36 different copies of him saying retreat. Decepticons retreat!
You fool! Starscream! Yeah. Okay. Well, that kind of tempts me. I'll think about that one. But let's move on to the next one.
Do you have Megatron?
I do have an MP36.
You got an official? How much
Yes.
you pay for it?
I got it from Amazon Japan, so I got it for like $168.70 somewhere.
You do good. You're lucky.
That's what I did too. I got mine from HLJ, but it wasn't much more than that. It was like 170.
Yeah, because I couldn't wait. I wasn't gonna wait for freaking knockoffs on that. It's such a good
I knew they
toy.
were coming too, but I'm like, you know what? Just give me the fucking real one.
Yeah, I mean, I really like him. I know it's like a lot of money for an MP, but I think it's worth it. He's a great figure.
I don't know about it being worth it, but I understand what you mean.
There's some times where even if something seems a little bit high, that you just want to reward the people that made it with the money. You know?
Yeah, I want them to keep making shit like that. And if it's going to cost more, then fine. I mean, hell, it might even cost more just because all the knockoffs were coming out. Because they definitely lost. I mean, I really do think that the knockoff Megatrons, I see as many of them as I do real ones. I probably see more. Yeah. And I really do think that does hurt the market.
For a while there,
like,
every day it was like another fucking company's coming out with one. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like, I really don't like straight knockoffs, like one-to-one knockoffs.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of one-to-one either, but the next ones I am definitely interested in.
I'm interested in these as kindling for my fireplace.
So, the next ones we're looking at are oversized knockoff Powder Primes Dinobots. And I have the slag because JC sent it to me, and it is fucking small, the original one, and that's what's really stopped me from buying the rest of them. I mean, I like the way they transform. I mean, it's Hasbro mainline figures, but they're just too fucking small. And these ones look much larger and more appealing to want to have them in my collection.
They put the Slash figure, the little Legends one, next to its counterpart, OSKO version, to show you the scale difference. So that's going to probably come out at a decent sized deluxe.
Yeah.
So that would make the other Dinobots Voyager.
They're close to even. I'd say they're close to ultra sized even, but and then Grimlock, he looks leader class.
Yeah. Like, great, now I gotta fucking buy this shit too. God damn it. You know, the thing is that fucking upgrade kit is coming out for the Dinobots to make the combiner actually look somewhat livable. Yeah. I was thinking of actually getting that, But now I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh boy, what do we do?
Right?
Was that the perfect effect one? Yeah.
Because they don't ever OSKO the fucking upgrade kits.
Right.
That could happen, though.
It could, but it very rarely happens.
I ain't gonna do that.
The only time that happened was the Combiner Wars Megatron that came with all the fucking upgrades, but was a little slightly oversized.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna sell like 30 of these things. That's it.
I mean, in a way, I kind of wish Grimlock was smaller, so like all 5 of them were the same size. Because I mean, that's the way I like my Dinobots book. I got the Fans Toys ones, and and it looks awesome with all 5 of them being pretty much the same size in robot mode.
Well, I mean, if you're not going to combine them, you just get the fucking mainline Grimlock and put them with the fucking KO rest of these.
That's an idea as well. But I was kind of hoping to see if, well, I mean, I don't know if you can really tell from the pictures if they may have improved the Grimlock at all.
Well, I can still see those giant gaping holes in Swoop's legs.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a direct copy, like a direct upsize copy.
Which I'm fine with, because, I mean, honestly, those figures aren't that bad. Yeah, they're hollow, they're waffle, but that's what the fucking toys are nowadays. Just get over it.
Right. So do you think Swoops could be red or blue, or both?
It better be blue. There is no such thing as red Swoop.
Just because it happened on that toy that one time, you know.
The toy that none of us had when we were kids.
I have the Fans Toys red one, actually.
No.
That was an accident, and I just kept it.
It's fine.
I got it through a friend. He ordered them, through a supplier, and I was supposed to get the blue one, and then all of a sudden it showed up, and it was the red one. He's like, well, we can send that one back, and you can wait for the blue one, and I'm looking at it, it's like, nah, I'll just keep this one. I didn't want to wait
Get some money off?
So, I was getting a really good deal already on them, so I wasn't going to ask for any money off, but yeah, I would love to have the blue one instead, but the red one is fine. But
the Fans Toys Dinobots are still great. I love those things.
Yeah.
But these oversized ones, I was waiting for this, and that's why I didn't buy any more of the mainline Dinobots. But
and thank you to Andrew Gort for actually pointing this out to me like an hour before the show. I had no idea this was even a thing.
BMB.
Does look like
company.
So it almost looks like it's a different plastic that they use for Grimlock in the prototypes there.
Yeah.
Well, one of the rest, like some of them might be more done than the others.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm not big on the combined mode, but I am kind of curious how big the combined mode will be with all 5 of these. We'll see.
If they're as big as they look, they might be almost Generation Toy sized.
All right, well, let's move on. Let's see. We do not have a catfish catch of the week because catfish is busy. So I guess we'll move on to my segment, Bedbugs Bargain Bin.
Yay.
Don't get too excited.
Cha-ching. All right, so our first item here, this comes off of TF Source. It looks like they are, again, clearancing out the KFC EAVI Metal Mugen Ghetto Blast.
That's racist.
So this is their Chug Blaster, and they originally retailed for $75, and you can get it for $20 right now.
Fun fact, there's not enough friction in that shoulder joint to hold that gun up. Because I have one, and he can't hold his gun up.
So, and then my second pick, I thought this one was a pretty good one, is DX9D07 Tyrant. The original retail price was $165 and is currently on sale for $100 at TF Source.
It's a
so if you If you don't have the Fans Toys one, this would be a good one to get.
This is the one I have, and it's fucking perfectly fine. I never understand what fucking people complain about when they talk about this figure.
What do you mean they complain about? What are they complaining about?
I don't understand. Like, people say, oh, the fucking DX9 one's trash. No, it's not. It's fine.
It's not trash. I don't like the way it looks as much, but I've handled it. It's a solid toy. It's just, if you like the way it looks, it's fine.
Like the way it looks.
I don't care for the feet and the knees. Of course, I don't like knees anyways, as we've already talked about. I think it's great from the waist up. I think from the waist down, it's not as good as the Fans Toys.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're selling it for $100, and you could have had it 2 years ago.
And I bought it 2 years ago.
So I mean,
full price.
And you're happy with it, then why spend money again? I waited because I knew Fans Toys was making one, so I just waited.
And was it everything you hoped it'd be?
Well, price.
Well, what is the Fans Toys one going for nowadays?
It's still like 150 or 140, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I mean, $50 less, and this is a perfectly acceptable Galvatron for MP scale.
And it all depends on how important the character is to you, just like every other one.
Anyway, those were my 2 picks for the bargain bin. Let's move on to Asshole of the Week.
Yay!
And since JC isn't here, I think it would be fitting if we had Chris take over, because he got a little bit more involved in this one than the rest of us did.
The Asshole of the Week is the Iowa Highway Patrol. Because just because I'm speeding, don't mean I'm on speed.
Well, I never get involved in these fucking things because I think, number one, people are over-emotional fucking douchebags as it is. And when you try to get them off of their opinions, you might as well piss up a fucking rope. But in this one, I felt that I needed to weigh in because there's a group out there.
I do love
knockoffs. I joined a group solely because I do love knockoffs and I wanted to get some news that I hadn't seen elsewhere. While I was in this group, I saw a couple things that came across and I used on the show. Ooh, I'm sorry, I hope that doesn't hurt their fucking feelings, but I actually used something of theirs on this show. A little bit of information. But anyway, last week we had a little bit of a scuffle. Something happened, and this show was linked to a situation that occurred in one of the groups. And, well, I mean, I don't know why I'm pussyfooting around it.
JC was an asshole.
And that's how he is. But his assholishness is outweighed by the rest of him and the good guy that he is.
Yep.
He does have a little bit of a streak of trolling and just being a dick. And this time he did something that I just personally didn't agree with. And I'm an asshole and a horrible human being myself. And even I was like, this is a little much, man.
I still laughed.
I did laugh too, and then
I recognized that it was bad, and I still laughed.
And I posted a update on the page. It's like, yeah, TKO had nothing to do with that. A certain individual did, but we had nothing to do with that. And watching THC get all butthurt. I mean, it's always funny when THC gets butthurt, but anyway, continue.
Well, number one, there's a guy in the group called Creech in Hardcore Collectors. And going back before my time, he and JC just did not get along. JC sees him as an internet bully. And as I said, I have no personal experience with that, so I was asking around to people who we mutually know and mutually know him to see, all right, is the guy an asshole or not? I mean, we're all assholes just in the nice sense of it, like, you're an asshole. But according to JC, this guy is a total fucking douchebag asshole.
Sure.
So, knowing JC, even though I wanted to get to the facts and the bottom of it, I took my friend's word for it. And to this date, I have no information to the contrary. Because Creech is MIA, he's got some family shit going on, and, he's off the grid. But everybody that I've talked to that knows him, I've put it out there that I am totally willing to have him come on the show, speak his mind with or without JC here, whichever he's fucking comfortable with. If he even cares. He does seem like the kind of guy that would want to fucking come on and speak his mind. But we're not hiding anything. So, to go to the specific why this group is Asshole of the Week. The group is called KO Assassins. They were apparently started to be a safe haven from the other groups where they were ridiculed, made fun of, and ostracized, and attacked for being KO collectors.
Much to my disappointment, because I was hoping they were assassinating knockoffs. And that's why I joined it before anybody else.
And that's probably how it came up on my feed. Like, you probably joined it. I know Robert D. was in it. And I said, oh, okay, I'll just join the group. And it got some news and information and, people that I'd seen elsewhere posting stuff. And, it was cool. And then the JC thing happens. And on the heels of that, we did and published our Kuma show, which was last week's episode. So I was posting it every fucking where. And I write the description for the show, and at the very end of the description, I put, a kind of tongue-in-cheek, a little bit of a dick thing from me, saying that this week both Barbara Bush and Creech's mom died, which is, I didn't say it that way, I said it a little bit nicer, but that's basically the gist of it, and
it's horrible.
Come to find out, his mom didn't die this week anyway, but that doesn't excuse, my part in this. But anyway, the admin of that fucking group, a gentleman, just a kind-hearted soul, named Joshua Costa. Costa is short for cunt face.
Did he accost you?
Verbally, mentally. After dealing with this guy, no, not anyway, I wouldn't let him, not on a first date. After dealing with this guy, I have realized that what I thought I knew about the psychoses and the neuroses of fucking human beings out in the world couldn't prepare me for this douchebag. We went around circular logic, and, he was like, how could you, first of all, he banned us from the group. Anybody he saw associated with TKO, he banned from the group.
Anyone that defended TKO.
Anybody who spoke up for us, go on. And so I went to him directly and I said, yo, fucker, what's the deal? I said, I didn't do anything. I've been in here fucking being a polite member of your fucking group, posting information, getting information, doing nothing. I posted a TKO announcement, but that's it. He goes, oh, if you're with them, you're an asshole. I'm paraphrasing. I have the entire conversation saved, so if there's any dispute, we can very easily just put the fucking whole conversation up for anybody to pick apart and dissect whichever way they'd like. But I always try to make it a point to be civil and logical in debates and discussions with people who think I'm a fucking asshole and or, asshole by proxy. So, when I got kicked out of the group, I went right to the guy and I'm like, hey man, why did you kick me out? I didn't do anything. Somebody else did. It has nothing to do with me. Well, you're on the show with them, okay? Like, if, your friend does something, are you immediately fucking responsible for him? Just because I associate with people? Like, look, I didn't like what JC did. I had words with him, and it wasn't like heated words. It was just like, I told him how I felt about it. And that was it. So we went round and round on Saturday night, back and forth through fucking Facebook Messenger for like a good 2 hours. And I finally got him to calm down enough to listen to my point of view and saying, look, there's 4 people on this fucking show. You have a problem apparently with one of them. 3 of us ain't done dick to you. But yet you decide to ban us. You are becoming the assholes that you fled the other groups to get away from. The non-listeners, the instant banners. This is the type of guy that will fucking, and he's done this to several people. If you come back to Adam in a fucking message, he'll get his last word in and then quickly block it so you can't respond. I hate that shit. That is the fucking weakest fucking move ever. It just shows that you don't have the fucking balls to hear what's coming to whatever bomb you just fucking dropped. So, I thought we settled things. It was he let me back in the group, and I said, look, I apologize for the little bit I wrote in the description, and, I won't say anything about TKO in this group. I'm just here to fucking see some KOs. And we were cool.
And peace was once again in the world.
Sunday morning, at some point.
Uh-oh.
Out of the blue, this douchebag just PMs me the fucking poll that was put up about Creech's, the question that caused the whole fucking thing.
Oh, God.
Just no words, just the picture of that poll. Like a fucking somebody who's trying to, just make you feel bad. Here you go. See? Yeah. Do you see this? Do you see the hurt I am to see this terrible thing? Yeah, it sucked. I didn't like it. I told you that 5 fucking times already. Get it through your fucking head that the business is settled. Walk away like a man. I didn't respond to it at all. I'm like, what is this douchebag doing? And I'm going to call him douchebag a lot because I think that's the best way to fucking describe it. So, Monday, I think it was, he just comes out of the fucking blue. He's like, you know what, I've been thinking. I'm like, oh, great. Why would you be on a podcast about KOs if the people that you're with don't like KOs? Something like trying to insinuate that I'm a fucking spy or I'm not who I am. Okay, great. It was a bad day that he caught me on. There's fucking real life shit going on. Shit that actually fucking matters. Not this stupid goddamn who hurt my feelings because I buy fucking knockoff plastic shit. And he just caught me on the fucking wrong thing. So I just fucking started going off on him. I'm like, I don't need to explain myself to you. I thought we had settled this. I was still civil. There were probably a couple, don't be a dick, things like that in there, but I wasn't directly calling him an asshole or, any of that. I kept my calm. But, he's like, you fucking guys are banning. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So I started asking around. Every person who knew the guy had a fucking story about what kind of fucking douchebaggery this guy was into. He is the prototypical, he can't fucking deal with anything you say, but he can fucking say whatever he wants, and, he's the fucking type of, he's a pussy, and he's the type of person that he's fucking, making himself a messiah, that he's saving all these fucking people from the persecution. No, you're not. You're just cloistering yourself with a bunch of fucking other douchebags who can't fucking hear what they don't want to hear.
Yeah, they definitely set up a safe space over there. And I think the kicker I got out of it, because once I started banning a bunch of people, Rob added me into the group, and it's like nobody, like, the guy had to approve me joining. So it's like, apparently, in all his infinite wisdom of trying to figure out who's all on
he didn't do the basic fucking research.
Apparently, it's like our border patrol. But anyway, so I get in the group, and I'm looking around. Now, I didn't even cause trouble. And I was just I was mainly curious of what the fuck is going on over here. And then I seen the assassinated list. Yeah. And it's like, so this guy, Josh, he had a assassinated list, which is basically anyone that he has blocked and kicked out of his group, or somebody he didn't get along with, which there wasn't a substantially sized list there.
And there was a bunch of heavy hitters on that list. Names you know.
Yeah, there were some well-known names in there, like Greg for Mercy. My friend Beth Bombi, she was on there as well. So I even asked her about her interaction with Mr. Josh, and she had lots of pleasant words to say about him. Apparently, he actually sent her some free toys to try to hook up with her at one point.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and when she refused his advances, well then, she's an evil cunt, and I want nothing to do with her, and I gotta block her, and rah, 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 rah. So yeah, he's not a pleasant guy, from what I can tell.
Is he a customizer? Because several people told me he's artistic.
No, I think you misheard that.
Are you sure?
A little heavy on the R.
Definitely sounds like he's got mental problems.
I think he does, and I'm not picking on the guy for that. I'm picking on the guy for the conduct that he shows me and the interactions that we have had. And they have proven him to be either off his meds or his meds are just not fucking working.
Right. Well, and I know that JC actually did reach out to this guy, and originally it wasn't too pleasant. He basically told him, what the fuck's your problem? If you want to meet up and throw down, you don't live that far away from him. So he challenged him to a fight, because, I mean, they're both in Iowa. And it's like, okay, so then immediately he was pussing out and posting screenshots of the conversation in his group, and he's like, well, I'm not a fighter, and basically trying to hide in his corner. And then I guess after that, that's when JC actually talked to him seriously and found out that he legitimately is fucked up in the head. And I think he actually managed to de-escalate the situation.
No, he didn't. He did, just like I did on fucking Saturday. You think it's de-escalated, but the fucking squirrel inside that fucker's cage is fucking rattling around. Yeah. He's just fucking taking a nap right now.
It's possible. It's very possible. Because, I mean, we're all still blocked and banned from KO Assassins. I know Chris wants to get back in.
Fuck him. I don't want fucking in that group. That's the type of people that are going to be in there, and I got to fucking deal with that kind of personality. I can go fuck off. I got better things to do with my time.
Huh? Okay, no, that's understandable.
And they have small peeners.
Well, yes, that was something that kept coming up, is that the people that were seeking out this safe space were trying to get away from all the cancer posts. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, it's a fandom meme. It's just the way it is. Buying knockoffs gives you dick cancer. It's just a fact of life, and you have to deal with it.
Well, we don't have any proof that it does that, but we do have proof that it can make you a pussy.
No. And that, it hurts me because this gives fucking KO fans a fucking bad name. This is a fucking black eye.
Right.
I'm not touting myself, but I represent the fucking logical fucking portion of KO collectors. You can reason with me.
Mm-hmm.
This guy and people in this group, apparently, there are a couple people in there that I know, so not everybody in the group is an asshole.
Right. I think one of our previous guests, Afote, is in there.
But I can't be fucking bothered with this shit anymore. And like I said before, I never get involved in these things. All I want to do is come on here, do this podcast, make you laugh, throw shit up on WTF that'll fucking make you laugh, or be interesting, or give you a boner,
or get Facebook
to ban me. So when I get involved in this, I think I really need to, and of course, the fucking one time I do, I catch a fucking whopper. Holy shit!
Yeah, you did.
It's like I went fishing for fucking sunnies, and I caught a fucking grouper. So that was to bring some fishing into the fucking show.
Yay.
But that's it for me.
Right. Well, I think with that, I think we should move on to our guest interview portion of the show. and kind of put these bad vibes
Please.
behind us. So, are you ready, David?
Yep, sure am.
All right. So, what's your preferred name or handle when it comes to the interwebs?
Tron Viper is my main internet name. Basically, it's like in G.I. Joe, all the Cobra troops have like Viper at the end. It's like Night Viper or Range Viper or stuff like that. So, and then Tron because of the Transformer Association. So basically, my two favorite franchises. That's kind of how I got that. Came up with that.
Okay. All right. So, what year were you born, sir?
1984.
Yes.
The good year.
Hell yeah, it was. Same year as me, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your favorite sandwich?
Let's see. Probably a good cheesesteak. Or, or probably a good cheeseburger, like on the grill with some cheddar cheese and some bacon. You know, all the lettuce, tomato, and all pickles and all that shit.
What part of the planet do you
One
call
of those.
home? Virginia. Because
Virginia.
everybody says Philly cheesesteak, and I wonder if they're really getting one.
Well, see, here's the thing: is I know what the real Phillies are. You know, with the cheese whiz and shit. Those are amazing, and you have to make them at your house because all the restaurants around here have the
Real
I don't
cheese.
know. Yeah, the real cheese shit on it. Yeah, so yeah, like all the stores, restaurants around here basically always says Philly cheesesteak, even though it's not a true Philly. But
And they think by throwing bell peppers on it, it fucking makes it Philly. Nobody here puts fucking bell peppers on it. I guarantee you that. If anything, it's cherry peppers.
cherry peppers, yeah.
All right. Well, what's your favorite music, sir?
Let's see, it'd probably either be rock, like kind of like a metal, classic rock, like Pink Floyd and Lynyrd Skynyrd and stuff like that, and then also like hip hop, like 3-6 Mafia, Tech Nine,
Damn.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, shit like that. Yeah, kind of a little bit of everything. Not too much country. The little bit of country I do listen to is old shit like Johnny Cash and Hank Williams Jr. You know, when they actually had balls, you know?
Back when, like, you could understand a story from a song.
Exactly.
Back when they would sing about beating their wives and you didn't blink an eye.
I mean, that's terrible.
All right, sir. What got you into or back into collecting?
Let's see. Actually, because I was born in '84, I kind of was still getting into figures in that kind of like that golden age in the mid '90s when like the Power of the Force figures came out and the McFarlane Spawn figures were coming out. So I actually still have a lot of my shit I had as a kid. I never really ever got out of it. Like the the Toy Fair magazine, the Wizard magazine was starting to get real popular. You know what I mean? So I kind of like kept the shit I had when I was a kid, and then when I started getting like my first job, you know, bagging groceries or whatever. I started having my own money. I could buy my own shit and just kind of kept it going. So I've got so much shit.
It always makes me feel old when, like, you said, you know, when you were a kid, and, you know, based on your age and everything, it fucking lines up. You were getting Power of the Force 2 fucking Star Wars stuff, and, yeah, you were a kid getting it as gifts. I was actually an adult buying it. And I still have it all mint on card up in the fucking attic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I was like, 11, 12 when that line came out. But all my Transformers, my original Transformers I got, you know, I think my first Transformer was Scrapper.
Yes.
And,
nice.
That's my earliest one I remember was Scrapper. And, you know, I think Transformers, the G1 tune was on syndication somewhere, but I used to go to the local video rental place and get the old VHS tapes.
The family home entertainment ones,
the FHE ones, oh my god, that's how I watched my G1 episodes, was like that.
Oh, I watched them all the time too, because we had like the one that had like the SOS Dinobots on it, and then the other one that had the More Than Meets the Eye on it.
Yeah, I think the one I probably rented the most, or got my parents to rent the most, or whatever, was Fire in the Sky.
Mm.
So that's probably that episode sticks out to me the most. Out of
God
G1.
damn it. Do you ever just fucking sit back and realize how amazing the fact is we had everything that we ever fucking wanted? You know, that
Right?
just the hassle it was to fucking even watch a cartoon back in the fucking day.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember back in the, let's see, I want to say mid-90s. Like, I live out in the middle of Wisconsin, in the middle of nowhere, right? And for a long time, we didn't even have a Fox affiliate in the area. Yeah. It was fucked up. So, like, whenever football was on, it was always on ABC because we didn't have a Fox affiliate. So, late at night, like, this was back before digital signals. So, like, there is a Fox affiliate in La Crosse, and that's, like, really far away. But if you had a powerful enough antenna, you could pick it up, but it would still be very staticky. And I remember there was some nights at, like, 1 or 2 in the morning, they were showing G1 episodes on that Fox channel. And so it's like some nights when it only worked when it was, like, completely clear skies, and, like, I could kind of make out episodes of G1 and, like, see the Constructicons, and it's like, yes! And it was, like, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then all of a sudden it'd be all the white and black ants, and that'd be gone. It's like, then I'd have a sad.
I had the same thing on my fucking black and white TV. Like, it was a tiny little fucking TV up in my bedroom in my parents' house. There was a local cable affiliate called Prism that used to show movies, but it had the Sixers and Flyers. And like you said, on a clear night, you know, I would get their signal. It was always staticky. There was never any sound, but that was the Skinamax of its time. So I jerked off a lot to that fucking television. And it was black and white too. It's like, right. Jesus Christ.
All right, let's get back to our interview here. So, I'm going to skip 6 and go to 7, then I'll come back to 6. So, do you have a Focus collection or any non-TF collections?
Yeah, I collect the Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends. Those are my main two. I like to go back and get a lot of vintage shit, like Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe and G1 stuff. I dabble with, like, figure arts and Figmas and stuff like that.
So is there any particular character collections you have, or you just like a lot of everything?
A little bit of everything. Okay.
So when it comes to Transformers, what scale do you collect?
Masterpiece is my main one. Chug stuff, the Legends, a little bit of everything with Transformers too.
So you must have a massive collection room, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of getting out of control, you could say. Need to get some shelves set up in there, and it looks like a damn warehouse mostly.
Okay.
Limited shelf space and a lot of boxes.
So it's almost like you see a new release come out and you kind of cry because you don't know where you're going to put it?
Yeah, basically.
All right, so the most important question, to KO or not to KO?
I don't KO personally, but if you like it, you win, like Bobby says. So, I mean, I don't, it's not like as far as like the 1-to-1 KO, I think that shit's disgusting. Like straight up copies. But when they got the other stuff, where they kind of change it a little bit or new molds or whatever, then I don't hate. You know what I mean? Everybody collects what they want to collect. I collect shit that I know people laugh at. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean?
So were you tempted by the oversized Dinobots up above?
No, that I mean, I don't know. Those Dinobots, I just don't interest me at all in any kind of scale or anything, So
okay.
But no, personally, I don't buy KO, but I don't hate on it either. If somebody wants KO, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like if somebody wants to collect shit, who am I to? You know what I'm saying? I don't put my opinion on what somebody wants to spend their money on.
Where's the fun in where's the fun in not doing that?
Well, I would like to add something back to the previous asshole of the week. As far as them seeking refuge from being attacked, that's the other side of the coin. People who are attacking people who fucking buy KOs, shut the fuck up already. Mm. You're just as bad as the pussies who run and hide from the people like you. Just shut the fuck up. It's not your money. It's not fucking killing the hobby. The hobby is fucking doing perfectly fine, dying on its own. And you fucking people in the fandom are killing it because you're making a goddamn toxic environment. Leave people the fuck alone to buy what they want. If you don't like it, do what Billy did. He didn't say anything. I'm sorry to interrupt again.
That's fine. I mean, I joke around about knockoffs. I mean, I'm not going to tell a specific person that they're a bad human being for buying them, but I'm still going to joke around that they give you dick cancer. It's just...
But they do.
When you joke about it, joking about it is fucking cool. You should be able to joke about a lot of things. I think I might have reached the limit last week, but that's not here nor there. But when you actually mean it, like, I'll take our own fucking Tyler. He seriously thinks that fucking KOs are a fucking plague and need to be, eradicated. Tyler needs to fucking chill the fuck out.
Well, he has strong opinions about Mr. Bay too, but...
No, I agree with him on that.
But the knockoffs deserve to burn in hell
no,
for
they
eternity.
don't. And you don't really feel that way either.
Well, so me and Jail, we both have our guilty pleasures.
No, I mean, you guys are live and let live. Just like most of the people who've been on the show, even the people who don't do it themselves, are fucking adult enough to realize that, people do what they fucking want. They buy what they want. There are people who fucking buy all kinds of weird things that I wouldn't fucking buy.
Right.
Look, Tyler L. Like, he's a fucking shoe guy. I don't get it. I don't begrudge him for doing it, but I really don't get it, dude. And I don't need you to explain it to me. It's your thing. And I'm cool with that. I'm not slamming you for it. I just don't understand it.
Right.
And if people would just, instead of injecting their opinion, just understand that maybe it's just not for you, you don't need to weigh in on it. That's the problem with the internet and Facebook. It gives everybody a fucking voice who shouldn't have one.
All right. Well, speaking of having a voice, let's get back to our interview here. So we'll move on to question 9, and that is, what movie makes you cry, sir?
Let's see. Lion King.
When Mufasa dies.
Yeah, of course, that scene. Yeah. Lion King and Forrest Gump. I know that's been on the show a couple times.
Jenny.
Which part of Gump?
Oh shit. There's a couple.
Okay, multiple spots in it.
Yeah.
'Cause I know the last one I can remember. They were talking about the Bubba part.
Yeah, that one's when they're in Vietnam. Yeah, that one's pretty. Usually gets me kind of going right there.
Okay. Let's see. So, have you ever done anything untoward for your toy addiction?
I've never sucked any peeners for action figures, so.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Would you like to start?
We'll see what happens at TFCon. No, I'm pretty sure. I know for a fact when I was young, like when I was in my early 20s, late teens, I definitely probably skipped out on some bills to make a trip to Toys R Us.
Nice. Now you gotta do that because you don't know how long it'll be open for.
Yeah, get that big 30% off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see several other retailers got that exclusive Thundercracker that everyone wants for some fucking reason.
Was that movie, the Studio Series one?
Yeah.
I can't wait to buy shit from 2 waves ago.
Isn't that Thundercracker just a fucking repainted Nitro Zeus?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's got a head remold, but still. I mean, there's been several movie Thundercrackers before, but yet I think part of it is that people just want to have the last Toys R Us exclusive that's ever going to probably get made. I mean, from what I hear, Nitro Zeus is a pretty okay figure from the movie line, but
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
But I think that's the largest motivator is people just... It's kind of like when KB Toys went under. I think there was a little bit accelerated demand there for the last exclusives they did.
They're buying up them Dreamcasts.
All right, sir. Are you a tits, ass, legs, face, or other kind of guy?
Tits.
Ah. All about the milk bags, huh?
Yep.
Is that why Wisconsin sells it in fucking bags?
Yeah, for real, man. Like up there, y'all don't use bottles. Y'all use like fucking those frosting squirt things, don't you? You fill them with milk, with bags on the back.
No, we got jugs and we got bags. And I think you can even get it in cardboard containers at Walmart, but I don't go there. It's a dark place. I hate that place. But anyway. So what's a weird thing about you, such as an idiosyncrasy or a phobia?
Definitely got some OCD going, that's for sure.
Well, you'd have to have such a large collection of everything.
Yeah, I kind of got like, posing figures is definitely something that takes me a while to do. Definitely got a little arachnophobia too. I got to get my girlfriend to kill the damn spiders that come in the house.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Like I could have like a snake, like a big old like python or something, like slithering all over me. I'd be cool as shit. Mice, all the normal
Man, we gotta test that at
creatures.
TFCon too.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, man, don't nobody say anything about fucking spiders, and I'll be all right.
So when it comes to your OCD of your collection, say you go away for the weekend and you come back home and somebody moved a figure from one shelf to another and didn't tell you, would you still kind of sense something was wrong?
I probably noticed that shit as soon as I walked in and would look at my damn collection.
I had that happen once. Joe Bush from Stasis Lock, he came up to my house once, and the fucker started turning a bunch of my robots' heads around, so they were the heads were facing backwards. So, shout out to Rat Trap, asshole. But, okay, so, and then lastly, what's your go-to sex position?
Gotta go with the majority, doggy style.
Oh, jeez.
Yes,
Right.
I know y'all get that one a lot, but it's, yeah.
It's popular for a reason.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
All right, well, you lasted the 13 questions. Woohoo!
You know who could use some doggy style? Those people in that knockoff assassins group. Or literally any
No, they
kind
need a
of sex.
flying gamma hooch. That's when you fucking dismount from a trapeze and fucking slam your cock right down her fucking throat.
Oh,
That's actually never been performed before.
like I said, if Chris tried anything that he watched, he would end up hurting himself. All right, well, let's move on to our TKO girls and other things for the week. So I'm thinking the first one, is this you, Chris?
I would, though. Oh, goddamn, I would.
Is this, then is it David?
Yep.
All right. So tell us what we're looking at here.
Let's see, man.
Do you have a name? Who we are looking at?
No, I sure don't actually. Don't have a name. I like women of a darker skin complexion.
He got jungle fever. He got jungle fever.
She's pretty in the face, totally rocking that tattoo, going towards her booty. Nice buttocks. Yep.
Now that kind of perplexes me. You said you were a breast guy, but yet I don't see any in this picture.
Yeah, I know, man. It took me a minute to find my TKO girl, and my girlfriend totally helped kind of pick this one out. So that's
Nice.
that works.
Did she?
Kind of had like 3 in the.
I
Oh,
was
what's
like,
that?
did she utter the words, "I'd fuck this one"?
No, she didn't, but she definitely was like, "Oh, she's cute. She's cute." So.
And where did this picture
All
come
right.
from? Was it just a Google search, or was it part of your collection?
It's a Google search.
He typed in thick bitches. in the
Mocha
Google,
sweetness.
and he found this. It is pretty good though.
But yeah, she's pretty sexy. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to our next one here. And, okay, this has got to be
It absolutely
Chris's.
is mine.
Yeah.
I mean, look at her. She's fucking a pale skin, fucking beautiful, bright-eyed redhead.
Is she in a bus or a helicopter?
It looks like she's in a van.
Down by the river.
I actually think this is either a mod or an admin of one of the redhead groups or whatever. And she's always posting pictures of herself, and she's just beautiful. You know, nothing ignorant, no thoughts about this. This is just a beautiful woman.
Right.
Teeny weeny.
She's got a cool side tattoo. She's probably got about B cups, maybe C. Probably about, I don't know, fucking women's sizes because they fucking lie to themselves.
Right.
But she's slim-waisted, slim bottom, like she's just a petite girl.
Rocking the polka dot bikini.
And that contrast to that dark bikini on that light skin is doing it for me too.
Now, I'm partially colorblind. Is that a blue or black
It
bikini?
is a black. It could be a
Neither.
very dark blue, or it could be a yellow or a golden blue, or what fucking was that dress?
Oh yeah.
God, that was so fucking dumb. I was like, are we really talking about this?
Took the internet by storm.
All right, but she's definitely a good-looking gal. I see she's got the matching nails with the bikini too. All right, let's move on to our next one, and I believe this is Justin L's.
Yeah, it is. It's a Bojangles spicy Cajun chicken biscuit and some grits, and it's all delicious. And
I was
ate
gonna
all
say
of it.
that
Now,
fucking
what the fuck?
look like lumpy mashed potatoes, but you're saying it's grits?
Those grits, yeah.
So what are grits? That's not around here. We don't have those.
They're like little grains of carbohydrate. I guess the best way to describe them would be like, I guess, wheat rice, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought it came
Okay.
from corn.
It's kind of like, it does, but it's kind of like corn rice then. But it's very, very unique, and it is always supposed to be eaten with butter and salt. If you put sugar in it, you can get the fuck out of here. If you put sugar in it, you better move up north. You get out of the south. And I don't know, have all of you had Bojangles before, or do y'all not have that?
I struck out because I've been down to Charlotte for 2 TF conventions, and I never made my way over to a Bojangles.
What about you, David?
Yeah, I got one right down the road.
Ain't that shit fire, dude?
Oh hell yeah, it's definitely better than Popeyes. Oh,
Damn,
shots
dude.
fired.
You know what? I was talking about that with my wife. That I think Bojangles is better than Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
Shit.
Because it ain't just chicken, man. They got fucking... Their steak biscuit is like the most underrated thing ever. They have a really good steak biscuit.
Well, we're finally starting to get Chick-fil-A's up here, but yeah, I don't think Bojangles is expanding that
No.
far yet.
But Bojangles has a cheddar bow biscuit. It's basically a biscuit with like a half a pound of cheddar in it, and they cook it. They cook it like overdone, so you got that crunchy cheese also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God damn
Good,
it.
dude. And they give it to you in a giant tinfoil, like, fucking wrap. It's wrapped in tinfoil.
Yeah, this shit ain't a fucking above the Mason-Dixon line.
Y'all are missing out, man. Man, I want this shit right now, dude. Somebody drive me to fucking Elizabeth City.
Sucks. Some steak biscuits.
What sucks for me, man, the nearest one is like about 35, 45 minutes away from
Everything is so fucking far away from you.
Except for Hardee's. I have a Hardee's. But Bojangles is like a better Hardee's with no hamburgers. Sometimes I think Hardee's would be better with no hamburgers.
You take that back. Those thick burgers are fire.
Nah. They're alright. They're pretty good. But yeah, I just want to talk about this for the rest of the show, man. This is getting me hot. That biscuit was good. I can remember it.
Well, we're gonna move on to my pick then.
I want to somebody give the biscuit a name.
So, while I was on mail route this week, because the full-time guy got hurt, he was using power tools and using them incorrectly, and he managed to break his knuckle. So, so he's been off all week.
For a broken knuckle, pussy.
Well, it's kind of hard to drive with that hand because you're steering with your left hand, and that was the one he broke. But so I got to cover for him on Monday and Tuesday, and then the other alternate covered on the other 3 days for this week. And on Monday, I was on the route, and one of my customers had the flag up, and I opened the mailbox up, and here there was a fucking pie pan in there. It's like,
that's
okay.
Awesome.
Not what I was expecting. I mean, I had heard stories from during training that occasionally you might get a goodie or two, and on it said, these are pie fries, enjoy. It's like, okay, so I open it up, and there's 3 of these things in there, and they're obviously homemade because the customer was Amish or Mennonite, and they were fucking good. I don't know if they're like a crepe or something, but they were phenomenal. They were stuffed with blueberries and raspberries, and they were so good.
Those are turnovers.
Turnover hand pie. Just it's got icing on it, right?
but yeah,
That's icing.
Yeah.
Ezekiel, come on in. Good. We need some more icing.
So that's what I had for lunch on the mail route on Monday, and it was fucking awesome. and whichever customer, I don't even remember which one it was. Obviously, they're not going to be listening to the show because they're Amish or Mennonite, but thank you, whoever you were.
So Amish people use paper towels?
Amish people use a lot of shit that the English have invented or created. I mean, when you think about it, they're like them using the mail service. They have no problem using that, even though in order for us to deliver the mail, it requires modern technology every step of the way. But yet some of them, it's so fucked up. Some of them will actually own computers and have internet. Some of them won't. Just depending on whichever clan they're in.
They're in what?
That's what it is. It's the family, because like when it comes to their religion, they don't have like a minister or a pastor. They take turns. Each matriarch from each patriarch, pardon, the father of each family takes turns. And there's some cases where they don't even have a church, that they'll have the service at somebody's house.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay down here in North Carolina.
Well, all these people are coming from Chris's neck of the woods, and then they come here, and then they buy up all the cheap farms. So that's why like half my customers on my route are Amish or Mennonite.
You got new Amish out there.
I got all kinds of them, dude. There's a whole lot of Martins.
Martins, Stoltzfuses.
Stoltzfus, yes. Names like that. Oberholzers. All kinds. And yeah, so if I get more treats like this, I'm fine with that.
And let us know if you come across somebody named Histler.
Oh, come on now.
Because we might want to look into them.
The
Keep
closest
your eye on them.
closest we got, I think, is not on my route, but I know there's Hostettlers in the area. That's about as close as we get to that name. Anyway, so do we have any discussion questions here at the end? Oh, we do.
The first one is new. I think the second one we did last week.
Okay, well, we'll
It's okay
start.
figuring out if that's a serious question or
It's a jab, I think.
Yeah.
We'll start with the first one then. What movie did you love as a child but discovered is total shit as an adult?
Hmm.
That is a good question.
I got
Yeah,
it.
it is. All right.
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
I never really thought that was as great as everybody said it was.
No, it was always on, and as a kid, it was like, this is fucking weird, man. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's got a big cult following.
John Big Booty.
I'll tell you a movie I loved as a kid, but then like I kind of cringe watching as an adult, is the RoboCop movies.
Oh, you shut the fuck up.
I just watched that the other night.
I love the RoboCop movies.
I mean, I get the satire as an adult now, but like as a kid, it's like I was totally blown away. I thought they were way better than what they were.
Oh man, that's like my favorite movie of all time. Is that first RoboCop? That's just fire, dude.
Yeah, that first one's definitely the best one.
I'm trying to think, because like a lot of the movies I didn't like as a kid, I still don't like as an adult. Like I never like cared about like the Dark Crystal or Labyrinth or any of that shit. Like I never really liked that stuff when I was a kid.
So I like all that shit. Dark Crystal, Never-Ending Story. I wasn't so much a Labyrinth fan. I preferred Tom Cruise. What's that called?
I grew up to be somebody that doesn't like fantasy either. So I like sci-fi and action, but I'm not a fantasy guy.
So no Lord of the Rings for you?
Man, I don't really care about it. I'll watch it, but I don't care. Man, I'm dying, man. There was something I watched recently that was really bad that I watched as a kid, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Troll.
No, I'll never watch that shit again.
That's the best movie ever.
Man.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones where I thought that they were like really cool, and then it's like, oh, this kind of sucks. How about you, David? You got any?
Yeah, I guess probably those live-action video game movies, like Mario Brothers and the Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. I
Yes.
remember loving the Super Mario Brothers movie as a kid.
Yeah.
That's terrible, dude.
And they're just fucking horrible. Street Fighter and Mario Brothers. The Mortal Kombat movie's not that bad. I guess.
Didn't they do a Double Dragon movie with Alyssa Milano in it?
Oh fuck yeah, that was horrible too. And there's not many good video game movies, anyways. But yeah, those two definitely stick out as being kind of enjoyable if you're a kid, and then when you watch them, they're just totally cringe-worthy, horrible, and not the good kind of cringe either.
Like, there's a recent movie that when they were saying they were making it, like, I was like, what the fuck? Battleship. That actually ended up being a fucking good time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Rihanna was pointless in it, but it was an alright movie.
Man, I'm still drawing a blank, dude. You should have asked me this before I drank my drink. Yeah, no, I'll answer this next week.
Alright. I thought we did this other one with the Oscar question. I thought we did that one
I don't
already.
remember it.
I don't know if we ever seriously answered it or not.
Okay, well, Oscar asks us, who would win in a fight, Movie Devastator or G1 Wreck-Gar on bath salts?
I think I hate to say it, because the movie Devastator is a joke, but I think Retgar would be way outclassed by something that size. I think that he would get hit in the head with his balls, and he would gnaw on them because he's on bath salts. Ultimately, he would be driven unconscious by the swinging balls.
I think Devastator would just inhale him and chew him up.
Yeah.
And then grind him up into whatever bath salt's final form is.
What if Retgar had all his Junkian brothers with him?
Well, that's just it. If two morons like Skids and Mudflap can somehow survive against Devastator, if Retgar had somebody helping him, then yeah. But if he's by himself, he's going to be turned into chowder. Uh-oh.
Who's adding this?
Okay, we have a
surprise question.
Last minute question coming in. I believe Carrier Pigeon delivered it.
From North Dakota and all points in between.
Our on-again, off-again replacement host or guest, whatever. Somebody that has been on the show more times than Tyler.
He's our hetero life mate.
JC's conjoined twin from another mother.
Mr. DA, he wants to know, and I'm guessing he's asking this just in case you're down for TFCon. Would you stick your dick in a glory hole?
Where it would depend on where it is. And do I have any guarantees on what's on the other side?
Those are the things you got to worry about.
Well, given that they just opened that Caddyshack restaurant at the TFCon Hotel, there could possibly be one there.
Why? What does Caddyshack have to do with a glory hole?
Because
golf holes, dumbass.
But that's not what a glory hole is.
You've never stuck your dick in the hole in the golf course? Okay, it's just me.
Must be.
I live down the street from one. I could actually do that right now.
First world problems.
Yeah. What's the lucky number? 1 through 18.
Okay. To answer this question, I think you have to just divorce yourself as a human being from it. Would I stick my dick in a glory hole? If all things were equal, I was single, didn't have fucking kids, you're not going to get AIDS, it's not a guy, all those fucking things, why not?
Now, what about if you had no idea what was going to happen?
As long as you're not going to fucking put a mousetrap on my fucking dickhead, I might be okay.
Oh, God.
I'm bringing mousetraps to TFCon.
Become prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'm just an adventurous boy. Is that so wrong? I need to make a fucking group called fucking Not Getting Fucked in the Butt Assassins.
How about you, JL? Would you do the glory hole?
Probably under similar conditions to the Chris's wishful thinking.
Okay, so how much of a bottle of vodka would you have to drink first?
Probably not a lot.
And how about you, David?
That'd probably be a pass for me.
Oh.
I mean,
what about if that chick was on the other side of it?
Yeah, that probably would, maybe.
No, you wouldn't.
If you don't got piranha teeth.
No, you wouldn't, because I would have pushed you into a wall, rendering you unconscious first, and then taken your...
Sabotage.
You know what I would do? I would stick a hot dog in there first, just to make sure.
Gotta give it
just to make sure there isn't a mousetrap on the other side.
Or a fucking dog or something.
Oh, God. Gross.
A dog who's fucking trained to fucking attack a sausage.
No.
Okay, let's bounce this question. Do you think the KO assassins would be down for a glory hole?
I think they're on the fucking receiving end.
They would be for a knockoff glory hole, the glory triangle. It'd be too small. You'd just be grinding.
That just sounds like a good time. You know, there's one person in the middle of a triangle, and they got 3 glory holes, and they're coming at them from all directions.
Gross.
We'll call it
the
We'll call it the Booth Bukkake. Booth Cocky.
Oh man.
Cocky.
With that, I think we should start wrapping up the show.
Wow, this is one of the shortest shows
What
ever.
a weird ass question. Well, originally we tried to stay an hour and a half. And then we had to fill up like an hour's worth of shitty news.
So I'd say this was a good show.
It was a good show.
Say?
Yeah, it was.
I'm just surprised we covered as much as we did in a fucking hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Would you stick Fanstoy's cup in the glory hole?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't.
I would stick a Chug Astro Train.
What about a hanky Astro Train?
I had one of those at one point.
I still have
Well,
one.
it's part of Chug, isn't it? That's the H in Chug.
Yeah.
Yeah, how come they don't make anything under that label
Because it
anymore?
sounds kind of weird. It kind of sounds hanky.
Mm-hmm.
Hanky Panky.
Nice. Well, I think we should go ahead and close out the show so it doesn't ramble on
that's
like
what
last
I'm
week's.
thinking. So, we're going to end the show, and if anyone wants to contribute any bail money to our resident fisherman...
He's not in jail. Stop.
Okay, he's not in jail, but we're still busting his balls anyway because he bailed on us.
Oh, he bailed on us to bail out his brother, so it's cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was originally telling us that he was going to be running late, and apparently it's so late that he completely missed the show this week. So, with that said, we might have Catfish back on next week. I think it'll be his turn to host. So,
Yay!
until then, you're just going to have to wait and wait and wait for another week of TKO. So, with that said, we are out. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Peener. Yay, we're out. Yay.
Since some people are too lazy to read, here are the shout-outs. Shout out to TF and WTF Ever, the greatest Transformers and what the fuck ever Facebook group ever. El Customs, an international consortium of Transformers customizers and creators. Third-party TF Crashers, Yula Blamo. Hail Hasbro Reviews with Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Shattercast Uncut. Bobby Skullface Reviews. Legions for the Fountain of Material. The Realm of Collectors. Figure Banging. The entire Cool Table Network. The Blackout and Shout Podcast. And of course, Girls Who Make Bad Decisions with Their Bodies, and the fathers and or uncles that made them that way. And we wouldn't be a show without alcohol, marijuana, and coffee. The lifeblood of this program. If you liked what you heard and want more, like and subscribe. Comment and let us know what you thought. If you're on Facebook and want to join the party and become a fellow dreg, we're at TF and WTF Ever. All hate mail can be sent to tkothepodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with some more nonsense.